But our school system will never tell us that because they're part of the process. The bankers and the rich play is different than what they teach you in school. All over the world, what does school teach you about money? And the answer is nothing. And that's not a mistake. That's not an accident. I knew that. Most people know that. The way to keep the poor and middle class working hard is never teach them what the rich know.
I mean, one thing if it's the banking and the politics, but this is where we send our children and we trust them to do the right things for them, and yet they're being not taught something so fundamental. Like you asked your dad when you were a kid, Dad, you asked your teacher, when are you going to teach us about money? And it was just,
never.
Never.
And they'll never will. You know something. What do you know? Share it. So if you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which came out in 1997, it's what the rich teach their kids about money, the poor and middle class do not. Poverty hurts. And I don't like that our academic system's so corrupt. You know, we know the banking system's corrupt. We know politics is corrupt.
And yet they're being not taught something so fundamental.
Financial industry is two things, debt and taxes. And we still tell kids to go to school, get a job, work hard, save money, and get out of debt.
The book starts and it says, lie number 1, saving money will make you rich.
Yeah, it never will. You know that.
All taught that as kids.
It's not get a job, work hard, save money, and invest in a well-diversified portfolio of stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and ETFs. Why would you save it and why would you work for it if they can print it faster than you can work for it? Why do you keep saving when they're printing it? Rich don't work for money.
Stop saying the word can't.
I can't.
Right.
So how can?
How can I? Especially as in, I can't afford it, how can I afford that?
Right.
Because that opens them up to looking at it as an investment to a greater future.
That's not an accident. It's just a matter of personal willpower, which is spiritual. Just saying, if they can do it, I can do it.
And how can I?
How can I?
And I think it's you once said, words become flesh.
Intelligence increases through your mistakes, through the ups and downs, through what you've learned. You know, I think all of us, every human being has that low point in their life. And if they get the message, a new life begins.